All right, well, I'm sort of here. How you doing, everybody? When I say sort of here, it just means that I'm really missing my friend Jay Peckham, who's not joining me here today. But I'm here, and the Sting fans are here, and the Sarnia Sting fans ready to see Sting take on the London Knights, right? We will give a shout-out to my friend Jay Peckham, who I know he'll be watching and checking in on me. So, hi, Jay Peckham. I'll be able to handle it without you, I'm sure. He'll probably text me some notes on what I should be doing or something. Anyway, happy to have you all here watching us here today, and we're excited to have London Knights here to take on the Sarnia Sting. And boy, oh boy, if we go back a week ago to what happened there, things were pretty crazy. And we're just, before we get into that though, we want to give you a quick look. We're going to try something new here, see if we can. We've got our friend Max out there. He's going to show us a little bit of what's happening. Our connection's not the greatest, so. But the Sarnia Sting out there practicing right now. Thanks, Max, for that view. And we've got our friends here from the 999th Legion for Child Rights here supporting children in our community. And Max is going to try to give us a shot of that as well. We'll give him a shot of this there. Yep. All right. There we go. 999th Legion for Child Rights. Smile at the camera there. They're here today showing off the importance of children's rights. And we ride motorcycles too. I'm happy to be a part of this group as well. Smile, wave, Jaylene. All right. So the 999th Legion for Child Rights here today and supporting child rights in the community. I know I'm directing it. I know I'm babbling right now, right? But an important part of our community. Check them out online at 999legionsarnia.com. And thanks to my friend Max, who's assisting me here today for that camera work. Last time the Sarnia Sting were here, of course, the third period was the longest period in its entirety. It was like a 50-minute period, 50 minutes. So many fights. So many suspensions. Ryder McIntyre he had like a minimum 2 game. London got it's just, and a lot of controversy over how that went down. What should have happened? They should have got this. We should. Anyway, at the end of the day, we come out winning the game 4-2, and we seem to do very well against the London Knights. Now, will this prevail again today? Well, only 60 minutes of hockey is going to determine that. But what kind of hockey are we going to see here today? Are we going to see that aggression that we would typically see between these two teams? Obviously, the battle of the 402 here, and these two teams with an ongoing rivalry and have for years. They did play again after that game, and we saw a different game, right? Are we going to see the same as what we saw last time? Are we going to see some more aggression, or will we just see some hockey? It's crunch time here in the OHL. Of course, we're sitting right now in 8th place. I'm going to double check my notes. 8th place right now. Kitchener Rangers standing there right with us in 7th place. We're pretty much tied there. And then, of course, the Owen Sound Attack sitting there right well. And then just above, of course, Guelph. Now, unfortunately, Sarnia Sting went down to take on the Guelph Storm. And when they played them here at home, of course, that was a tough loss of 5-1. They gave them a harder time there. They were coming out in the beginning in the first and second period with the lead. And then right near the end, 4-3 would prevail for the Guelph Storm. Now, there's always talk about the refereeing. My friend Jay Peckham always needs to talk about the refereeing. So I'll try to fill in for him. There was a lot of talk about, one of the officials in that Guelph game at one point played for the Guelph Storm. Is that a conflict of interest? Let me know in the comments below. I didn't see the game, so I can't really comment on it, but that seemed to be the topic, that one of the officials at one point had played for the Guelph Storm. So is there a subconscious there that says, I want to see this team win? I don't know. You let me know in the comments below. And did that have any determination? There were definitely some penalties that were talked about that said it wasn't necessary. Penalties in the third period certainly had an effect on the Sarnia Sting. But that's the way the puck falls, and it's 4-3 at the final end of that third period for the Guelph Storm. So we're going to be seeing more and more, I think, serious hockey as things come along here. Now the Guelph Storm there, and then Owen Sound attack right close to us as well, which after today's game, the Sarnia Sting will go away to play the Owen Sound attack. So there's a lot of close calls, if you will, going on here in the OHL, and especially affecting the Sarnia Sting. It's crunch time, playoff time. We're running out of time. That being said, my friend Jay Peckham and I have often talked about some key players in this here, right? Ty Voigt being one of them. I know Jay Peckham would like to see more shooting coming from Ty Voigt, and we have seen that when he does play the puck and shoots, he's able to score those goals. And he proved it not too long ago and getting himself a hat trick in a game as well. So we know this game has been hard on the Sarnia Sting, but we also know that the Sarnia Sting are capable and have the skills to come out and play really good hockey when they need to. Proven many times against the London Knights. Proven against Guelph in the past. Proven against some really top teams, the Sioux Greyhounds. So what does it take to get them to pull it out today and moving forward for the rest of the season to make it into the playoffs? Today is a really determining day for many in the OHL as we get down to, as I say, that crunch time in the playoff portion of the season. Now we want to talk a little bit about some of the key points of the game that we normally discuss as well. Getting in those corners here does not seem to work well for the Sarnia Sting. We get caught in those corners, and then we have a hard time coming out of those corners, and we don't typically win in those corners. So definitely staying out of the corner. And the penalty box is another one here. We tend to spend a little too much time in the penalty box. Taking penalties is certainly a part of this game, but now it's just stay away from that as much as possible. And it's hard to do against a team like London, who is coming in here to prove a point and has several reasons to prove the point, as the Sarnia Sting have dominated this season over the London Knights. So we'll see if any of that makes a difference as they come out today. And just get control of that puck. My friend Jay Peckham would often say, I don't want to see it as this little short passing or back passing. If you've got a forward motion and you're headed towards the goal, hang on to that puck. Unless you're being attacked, you don't need to pass it shortly. You just pass long passes. We want to see that. Get rid of the turnovers. And another thing that my friend Jay Peckham often mentioned as well is the dump and the chase. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons to the dump and the chase playing style of hockey. Certainly when you're making a line change, it's something that does happen. And the dump and chase, trying to get the defenseman to have to turn around and get those extra few seconds that gives you and your forwards that advantage. But it hasn't always worked out well for the Sarnia Sting with the dump and chase. So Jay Peckham would say, get rid of the chippy hockey, just come out and play hard and play that full 60 minutes of hockey. It's a cliche thing to say, but we have to say it because it's really important, especially at this part of the game here. So don't forget, a reminder as well, we will have post-game press conference after today's game as well, so I hope you'll stick around and join me for that. Jay Peckham taking the day off. I think he's testing me to see if I can do it without him. That's what I think. I'm waiting for him to text me. It's not as much fun without Jay Peckham, I know that, but I'll try to have some positive remarks for you when we come back at the end of the first period intermission. I will be here to talk to you and give you those updates and give you my thoughts on the game, and hopefully, again, positive remarks. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thanks to my friend Jay Peckham, and thanks to my friend Max for helping me out here today. And I'm definitely not going to do it as good as Jay Peckham would. But I'm David Burrows. Thanks for watching. Go Sting, go!